No.
Prom story? Oh, I have a great prom story. Do y'all want to hear my prom story?
Sure.
Do y'all have prom stories too? Well, y'all could just talk about how y'all prom went, though. I guess.
Okay.
Y'all don't want me to. Y'all don't want me to. I shouldn't tell my prom story, Murph.
No.
I think it's a pretty good story. Leave the prom story. Don't tell it. Okay. Prom story. Chat. Some people. Yeah, tell it. Some of them want to hear it. Chat.
Wait, is Halo a boy?
Tell it. Okay. I don't know.
Who the
Fuck
fuck
is
is
what? All right. So I went to prom. I was supposed to go to prom last year. Chat.
Sorry, they're arguing with the comments.
Yeah, chat. My prom was last year, and I was supposed to go with a girl who I was like cool with, friends with for. I knew her for like years and years, but we didn't become friends until like a year before we were supposed to go to prom, right? So the month or two, I think I asked her to go to prom, and see, this is gonna get a slippery slope into me talking about stuff.
Oh.
But when we were gonna go to prom, I asked her in like a prom pose away, but I didn't do it in front of nobody. But I technically did a prom pose, and now I would never do something like that.
Why?
Why did I do a prom pose?
Why wouldn't you do something like that?
Because of how
Can you tell the whole
people
story,
respond
please?
to this thing. Yeah, okay, I'll tell the whole story. So,
Right, he trying to.
Cause what?
He's trying to make.
listen to the story like a good boy. But
What?
so yeah,
They're arguing in the comments. Oh my
Uh.
god. Who's Halo, bro?
so yeah, I'm not telling the story the best. I'm gonna just be better at telling it, but it's because it's a person that's relevant, I guess.
Okay, so say it. If you gonna say it, then say everything.
I'm being peer pressure, guys.
If you gonna say it, say everything. This is.
Tell
who's
the
I?
whole junk though. All right, so I should start from like where should I start? How I met the girl, or should I start?
Yeah, start from everything, but don't take a
Damn.
long time. Say the
Alright.
important parts.
So me and the girl was cool, we was friends.
Who?
Ooh, it's crazy. No names, I'm saying. So, but we'll call the girl Tay, or yeah.
Listen.
So look, about 3 months before prom, I want to say I asked her in like February or March, but we was cool. I knew that she was supposed to go to prom with her friends because she didn't have a date. But I'm like, wait, I'm thinking, you ain't got a date, and somebody asks you that you want to go with, you gonna go with them instead of your friends because it's like you only go with your friends because you ain't got no date. You know what I'm saying? So I asked her and shit like that. She was a Janae Aiko fan, so I had got a Janae Aiko poster that said like, let's go to prom while we're younger, some shit like that, some goofy shit. And then I got some flowers, some goofier shit. And
That's not goofy.
We'll get to that. So after that, you know, she was like, okay, let's go. I'm like, okay, bet. We talking. I offered to pay for pretty much all of her prom like expenses, some goofy shit as well.
Not goofy.
So, but she didn't accept it though. She didn't want me to, and I was like, okay, cool. So she got her own dress. Her dress was from Pretty Little Thing. Not that that matters. Just want to put that.
The prom dress was from Pretty Little Thing.
Yeah. So she got her own
Maya,
dress.
where was your prom dress from?
Amika's boutique.
Oh, okay.
Type shit.
Mine was from somebody like across the world. It was custom some shit. I don't know.
So after a couple weeks go by, I was talking to her like kind of frequently. We wasn't talking every day, but when we would talk about prom, I would be like, okay, I wanted to have a good prom. Like I wanted to go to prom, and I was going to her prom, which was stupid too. Shouldn't have even agreed to that. I mean, that shit. But I was like, after prom, let's go to like Nobu or something. And
Okay.
I tried to get what you call it, like a nice hotel.
You wasn't fucking around.
But she was like, I mean, you only go to prom
sure
one
you
time.
was just cool with her? Like you wasn't talking to her.
We were not talking. It's just I don't understand. But y'all gonna get me started. So we go to talking about the prom and stuff like that. Every time I would mention something that we should do for the prom or after prom, she was like, okay, cool, because you only go to prom one time, chat. So I'm trying to do something nice. You know what I'm saying? Do something that nobody else gonna be doing. But she's steady trying to be humble. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I also, my uncle had an AMG. I was like, we're gonna use the AMG. She, I think, didn't have a car or wasn't gonna get one. So I don't remember. But either way, we get up to the last like 3.5 weeks before prom, and she just start replying less and less. But by the 2 weeks out from prom, I was like, whatever. She acting weird, but that don't got nothing to do with us going to prom. Like, you can act weird, we'll just go to prom together. Because that's what we was doing in the first place. I'm not gonna lie, I was flirting with her. But, I mean, so what? I don't got nothing to do with anything. Then we get to like a week away from prom, and I'm like setting up like reservations and things like that and other stuff. And she just like, oh, I'm gonna just go eat with my friends after. I said, oh, okay, cool. And then she was like, oh, my dad got a hotel room for me and my friends, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So at this point, I'm like, oh, I'm finna hang out with some other people after prom. We just gonna take the pictures, do the send off and shit, and things like that. But I still gotta go to her prom though, which threw me off because I didn't want to go to her prom and be like by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you going with your friends and I'm there too, like that's kind of weird. You know what I mean? So we get
Wait,
to
can you show us the girl, or we can?
I'll show you after I tell the story.
All right.
So we at the send off now. We get all the way to the day of the send off. She was acting weird days before the send off, and the day of the send off, I had one with my cousin, and then I was supposed to go to her house. No, not her house. Her friend's house to the send off that they were having together. So, because her and her friends were still having a send off together, but we were going to prom together. It was too much going on. But I pull up to her crib, her friend's crib, and AMG, and all the family outside is looking like they've never seen a Mercedes before, and that was the first like sign of like this is not gonna go well. They were like genuinely like looking. I don't know. They was looking like weird. Like they were looking like I was like called like I was bringing a lot of attention to myself. But I was surprised because like this girl's from Bowie. Like the girls they went to Bowie High School. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking they doing well. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't expect that. But when I got there, the friends like parent or whatever wanted us to pull the car into their driveway next to their car. They had like a Mustang. So I'm like, I'm talking to my cousin who was driving me. I'm like, man, they want us to pull the car in, but I'm like, why? I'm like, whatever. So we put the car in anyway, being nice and cordial. We wait outside for 40 minutes. They still in a house getting ready, all of them. Waiting outside for 40 minutes. My family had to drive to Atlanta for my brother's graduation that same day. And Atlanta's 12 hours away, so they had to leave in like 2 hours in order to be at the graduation on time. So I'm like, they like, we gotta go soon. Like, we, you know what I'm saying? They taking a while. My aunt, who let me borrow the car, she's like, you need to tell her, like, it's time to go soon. My grandmother is like, you need to tell her, like, you know, it's time to go, whatever. Somebody invite me in the house as they about to walk out. So they invite me in the house, and they start walking out in a line, and I walk out with her. When I walk out with her, it's so many people standing on the front porch, and I don't know none of these people. Like, my family not by the front porch because it's not our send-off. So it's just hella people. I don't know what to do. I'm awkward as shit. I'm just standing there like this next to her because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. One of her family members walks up and goes like this to me and like, move out the way, like so she can get pictures by herself. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I step to the side, and chat, I ain't gonna lie, my heart pressure is going up to telling this damn story because I haven't even gotten to it gets really it gets deeper than that. But we walk in off the front porch on the sidewalk, like turn left, turn right. There's a crowd of people, her friend's family and her family, I guess. They're like going like this, like dropping $1 bills on us as we're walking. And I don't know why that infuriated me so much, chat, but it just felt disrespect. I get that might just be the thing that they do, but
That's
that
like kind of a tradition for certain people.
to throw $1 to throw money at you, like I don't know. It made me uncomfortable.
Was
too.
it given like strip club?
It was given more like I don't know
No,
what it
like
was. Given.
I've seen a lot of people that were like African that had like their prom. They would like throw money.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. So, but it was throwing me off. I ain't gonna lie, cause they getting close and shit, and it's like don't throw no fucking $1 bill at me. So we get to the little cutout for the prom pictures. We standing in the cutout, taking pictures. You know, a few seconds go by, and her dad like, oh, let me get a picture by myself with my daughter. This, that, and the third. I took the opportunity to finally step off. I go back to in the back where my family's at. My sister's is like, why does she have an attitude? Like, she dropped something, and my sister said she gave it, like whatever she dropped back to her, and she just snatched it. She didn't say thank you or nothing. So my sister was like, she has an attitude. I don't know what her problem is, but she need to chill out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, by this point, I'm already out of it because she been acting weird for like 2 weeks before this. But I try to forget most of it. So anyways, we get to talking, me and my sisters, and the car is parked right here behind me. As I'm talking to my sisters, I think maybe 30 seconds might have passed. And I look back, and her and like, I don't know, maybe 20 of her family members is taking pictures in front of the car. So just to remind y'all what's happening, imagine you pull up in your car, everyone looking at you crazy. They taking 40 minutes to come out, her family telling you to move out the way and shit like that, throwing money on you and shit. You go talk to your family for 30 seconds, her and her family are taking pictures on the car and next to the car and around the car by themselves. Like, they didn't say, oh, come on, come take pictures together, y'all. Like, they didn't ask me to come take pictures with her. They didn't want to take pictures of us together and then take turns or whatnot like that. They just started taking pictures with her in the fucking car. So anyways, I look back, I'm like, what the fuck? And my family chat, like the way that they are, I knew that that was going to be a problem because that is disrespectful. And people think that disrespect is like it's like anything. But disrespect is not funny. So when they taking the pictures and shit, one of my aunts, who is the worst person to be speaking in this situation because they say anything, but one of my aunts basically told them like they need to take pictures together first because they going to prom together. So we start taking pictures and shit. I'm not really into it. She's not really into it. She got an attitude. She was acting like she like didn't like me like as a human being. Like, and I was so confused because we barely have spoken in the past like 2 or 3 weeks. So what is the random animosity about? But I do know the reason now. But we'll get to that a little later. So we taking the pictures and shit. It's taking like 5 minutes. Then she decides to take pictures with every single person in her in her family, and then remix the combinations like as many times as possible. So imagine you take a picture with your mom, your dad, your sister, and your brother. Then you take a picture with your brother and your mom. Then you take a picture with your brother and your dad. Then you take a picture with your brother and your sister. Then you take a picture with your sister and your dad. Then you take a picture like, and my family need to fucking go soon. And on top of that, it was just a little excessive because we had already been waiting for 45 minutes. So my aunt said something to her mom. My aunt was like, can you tell her like to get ready to go soon because we have to leave, and they're trying to see me actually leave to go to prom. So mom's like, yeah. So her mom tells her, you need to go get your bag, blah blah blah, and y'all was late to prom, don't forget. Oh, I'm gonna get to that. So her mom is like, you need to get your bag, they have to go, blah blah blah, and she just kind of brushed her mom off like whatever. Then my aunt said something to her like, you gotta get ready soon. And then she was like, okay, I just have to get my bag, it's gonna take like 10 minutes. 5 minutes go by and 10 minutes go by, and my aunt said something again, but her sister was standing next to my aunt, and her sister was like, what? And my aunt was like, she needs to hurry up. Or no, my aunt said like she needs to hurry up or something like that, and her sister was like, what? And my aunt was like, she needs to hurry up and get ready to go soon. And her sister was like, blah blah blah, and my aunt was like, I don't go back and forth with kids. Her sister like 22 or 23 or some shit like that. So then they start going back and forth, and then the girl who I was going to prom with say something. So then my aunt obviously gets on that with her sister and her. And the thing that just like I don't know what people problem be, but people don't have good discernment. My aunt is the worst person to get into a situation like that with. And my other aunt was there. They are seriously like the worst people in the world to have an altercation with. And it was really playing right there. So anyways, they get into like a little yelling match. But my aunt is both my aunts is being held back by my male family members. And the girl I was going to prom with, she was in the corner. Like this all happened while I was turned away, looking to like I was talking to my sisters. I turned back and all this had already happened. But she was in the corner, like with her friends, and I don't know. I guess they were trying to calm her down. My older brothers and cousins is holding back my aunt and shit, and my other aunt. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? One of my older like god brother walked over to me. He like, just go check on your date, bro. And at this point, I didn't know what happened, but I didn't want to check on her because she probably did something to deserve it. So I go over there, and before I even said anything, she was like, I don't want to go to prom with you anymore. I'm sorry, but she's just been disrespectful to me since she got here, blah, blah, blah. And I just walked away. When I walked away, her dad was talking to my mom. So I'm listening to her and my dad talk. My mom is asking him if she still wants to go to prom. I'm telling my mom that she just said that she didn't want to, and I didn't want to either. So, but they not hearing me because I guess, they talking to each other. I don't know. So they talking. My other aunt comes over. She comes over and is like, Eric, who I met at Top Golf? His mom. So his mom come over, and she's like, what's going on? Like, are they going to prom? They're not going to prom anymore? And her dad is like, who are you? But he said it in the tone of like, who the fuck are you? Like that. So when he said that, like I had like stepped in front of my mom and I like went to him like this. Like I didn't say anything because I couldn't like get any words out. But I was going like this to him, and my brother like picked me up and grabbed me, and pulled me away. And I don't really remember what happened after that. But after that, it was just I don't know. It was time to go. And it was about to get really violent too. Both of my cousins had walked to the car and came back. Her family was talking crazy, and her family, I ain't gonna lie, we would have dogged their family that day. That would have been a bad day for them. But thankfully, guys, I just ended up going to my hotel, and I had to go to Atlanta that night. So I just chilled out after that. But I didn't go to prom, and that's why, because we got into a fight with the girl family at this end off.
So can we see who the girl is?
Oh yeah, I can see the girl is now.
And what was her reason for acting like that? Because you said you know the reason.
I don't know the reason. It hasn't been confirmed to me directly.
What do you think?
I think the reason is she was on and off with the guy, like, I don't know, around that time. And I think right before we were about to go, they, I guess, I don't know, was back together or cool. I don't know what the situation was.
So why she didn't say that?
I don't know. She just started being rude to me instead of being like, and even though, like, I guess, like, you already agreed to go to prom, but you don't want to go no more, but it's too late to cancel because we already set you up. Man.
So we're going to see her?
Yeah, I got
So none of your friends was telling you, like, I don't think you should go with her?
My father did. My father was saying that. But
well, why was her family acting that way towards you?
Her mother was actually really nice. It was just her dad was on some weird shit, but her dad's a weirdo. And her, I don't know, like her other family was being weird too. But I don't know why. I don't know why. Why did you do it?
Really? Oh
See,
my
Chad,
god!
I shouldn't have showed him much yet.
I knew it was somebody I knew.
Why did you think it was somebody you knew?
Because you said she goes to Bowie.
You went to Bowie?
Yes, I told you that.
I don't remember that.
Oh my gosh.
But
wow.
So that's what happened, and that's just why when you asked earlier, you was like,
Mhm.
why is that some goofy shit? And it's just because every time, in my experience, guys, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't do this for your partners that y'all are in committed relationships with, but every time that I've done a over, like, exaggerated, like a super big act for a girl, it's always went badly afterward. Like, I was thinking about before I asked her to prom, there was a girl that I was gonna get, you know, the planes that fly by with the big things, like that wave in the sky. I was gonna get one of those things, like as a prom proposal. And I'm so glad I did not do that shit because she is genuinely evil.
Wait, her?
No, that's good.
Well, can you make sure these people like you before you do this type of stuff?
I don't know. I be thinking that they at least like cool. I be thinking that we at least cool. I don't know. It's just
Well, maybe y'all cool, but maybe they just don't like you.
must be, But I don't understand like, cause it always be like,
Wait, did
we'll
you
have
say
a
what you did for her?
what for her?
Mhm.
Oh, I got like, at first I was going to be outside of her house with her friends, and we're gonna have sparklers, and they were gonna play Janae Aiko outside of the car, and I had a poster that said, "Let's go to prom while we're young," but instead I just got her flowers and that poster, and I shouldn't even did that much. I was just bored with too much
Oh my gosh, I
stuff.
did not expect that from her.
But yeah, it just be like with those situations, it'd be like we be cool as shit for a while to where it's like, okay, now it's like I don't feel like this is crazy, but I think that I was overdoing. Like
The 2 weeks that she wasn't talking to you, you should have been like,
she was talking to me, it was just very like weird. Like the energy was weird.
it was dry. So you should have assumed something.
But what if we going platonically? What is there to assume?
I was
That's
gonna
why it was weird,
say,
like-
maybe she thought that you liked her and she wasn't on
I
there.
mean, I liked her a little bit, but it's on the sense of like, you know how now that we're older, well not you, mine, but like Gabby, you know how now we're older, liking someone doesn't mean that you will abandon like your sense of like common sense. Like even if I think that, you know what I'm saying, if the door is open for me to, you know, take a different step with you, then that's okay, but that doesn't mean that like I'm gonna stop acting normal. Like that doesn't mean I'm gonna start being weird to you just because I think you look good now. Like what the fuck? Or I don't know. I feel like that might have been too advanced for the time period in high school. People probably don't really understand that mindset. But
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So you didn't ask none of your like female friends, like, y'all, what should I do about this situation? I mean, you didn't have no idea.
I didn't know that all that was gonna happen. Like I didn't know that she was that weird until that shit happened. I was like, what the fuck? Then after that, after I left, right? She still went to prom with her friends. I didn't go to prom at all. I had no prom.
Well, I feel like
Oh my god.
a big giveaway was when she said that she didn't want you buying none of her stuff, and you offered. And most of the time,
I thought she was just
Wait,
being
buy what? Sorry, I
like,
can't
I
hear.
offered to buy like some
Her
of her stuff
stuff.
for prom, like maintenance or.
and I think she said no because she knew like she was gonna start
Yeah,
talking
now,
back to
sharp.
somebody.
But to me, I don't know why people take shit so like I don't know.
She's not that evil, because if she was that evil, she would have accepted you paying for her stuff.
I guess that's true.
She's not that evil. Now
Nah, she is that evil.
no, she should have told the truth. Like, okay, I'm
That's
talking
what
to
I'm
somebody now. I'm so sorry. Like, I'll give you your money back.
No, I
No,
never
but it
thought
wasn't that though. If you talking to somebody, what does that have to do with you being weird to me? We're already going to prom. We could have went to
Nah,
prom.
I'm not gonna talk to somebody and go to prom with another nigga.
What?
Like, nah, I'm
If
not
you
messing up my
already
relationship.
People go to prom with friends all the time.
Okay, but
Not with no
if
boy.
I went a nigga,
Wait,
I'm not going
people don't go
with
to
my
prom with their male friends all the
They
time. People
do,
that
but
all
They
the time.
like,
do,
if she
but-
has a boyfriend.
Yeah, not if you have a boyfriend. Now, if you single, yeah. But now if you have a boyfriend, I wouldn't do that. I would like
Yeah.
respect. It's a respect thing. So if she started talking back to that boy, then yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought she had a boyfriend the whole high school year.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
she
it's
should have
like
just told you that.
I'm saying though, but if you already agreed to go to prom and we going platonically, I don't really see what's going on here.
You were supposed to go to Bowie prom?
Yeah, I was supposed to go to their prom, which I shouldn't have did, but
It's okay.
I
I didn't
only
even go to my
the-
prom.
You should just try to go to Funny Mike prom at this point,
yeah,
since you missed out.
Yeah. And to be honest, chat, sometimes I think about putting investments into making people's life worse when they do things to me.
Like what? Like what would you have done?
I don't know. I mean,
The food on the way?
yeah. What's something that y'all have y'all ever done anything to somebody like because they did something like that made you upset?
Yeah.
I never did no toxic shit like no vandalism
Oh, you mean to your significant other?
or like somebody you was messing with. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Don't remember.
If I did, I don't remember. I don't really do stuff like that. To be honest, I just pray about it and I let God handle
That's
it.
good. I don't really do stuff like that either. What
Like
about
one
you,
of my
man?
exes went to jail, so that was good enough for me.
Oh, type shit, karma.